Beings who carry unique marks and spiritual signs are often overlooked or misunderstood. Interestingly, most of them go through their entire lives unaware of the marks they carry. And worse, they never learn how to consciously use them to fulfill the very purpose that brought them here. Have you ever felt different, as if you don't truly belong here, even when surrounded by others? Have you ever felt like something sacred, something with a higher calling, is buried deep within you, but you just can't quite name it? If you're nodding your head, then this video might be meant for you. There are certain souls walking through this world, carrying powerful spiritual imprints, energetic signatures that can't be seen with the naked eye, but can be felt by those who are sensitive enough. They are the chosen ones. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 of the most powerful spiritual marks that only show up in the chosen ones, those who operate at a higher frequency, who feel more deeply, and who carry a unique role in the divine unfolding of the universe. And the important part is this: you might be one of them. So come with me as we dive into each mark to discover, recognize, and awaken the sacred gift that's been quietly waiting inside you. There are truths in this world that can only be heard by those who are ready to receive them in silence. They don't shout, they don't demand attention. They wait, quietly, for the right soul to tune in. And there are people, perhaps you, who move through this world carrying something rare, something unexplainable, a frequency, a vibration, a form of energy that doesn't quite blend into the noise of modern life, yet refuses to be ignored. These individuals often don't even realize how different they are. They just feel it. A subtle disconnection from the world, even while surrounded by it. Here's the most astonishing part. Most people live their entire lives unaware of the spiritual marks they carry. Worse, they never learn how to consciously activate those marks, never realize that what they've always considered a weakness was actually a divine gift waiting to be awakened. Have you ever had a strong feeling that something was about to happen, and then it did? Have you ever walked into a room, felt the energy shift, and suddenly knew, without any clear reason, that something was off? That's not a coincidence. That's a signal, and it may be the first clue that you are one of the chosen ones. A soul marked with the gift of perceiving the unseen. You don't need evidence to know when something is wrong. Your inner compass activates before facts arrive. You can feel the truth before it's spoken. Your intuition doesn't wait for proof. It whispers, it nudges, it warns, long before others even sense a shift. This spiritual mark represents a level of energetic sensitivity that most people simply can't comprehend. Those who carry it are connected to their environment on a near instinctive level. They sense frequencies, intentions, and subtle energy changes that others dismiss as imagination or coincidence. It's as if they are wired into an invisible web of information that exists beneath the surface of reality, a cosmic grid that most people never even notice. They don't need to see to know. They can feel truths before they make sense. They perceive without proof, and that's because they're in deep resonance with what ancient mystics called the field, the energetic matrix that holds together all of creation. Modern science is finally catching up. Quantum physics now acknowledges that the universe is not merely a collection of solid matter. It is a field of infinite possibilities, a vast ocean of potential that responds to consciousness itself. The observer affects the observed. Thought shapes outcome. Energy organizes matter. And those who sense what hasn't yet manifested, those who know before there's anything to see, are directly connected to that field. But as powerful as this gift may be, it does not come without a challenge. In fact, the greatest burden of carrying this spiritual sensitivity is this: living among misunderstanding. People who carry this mark are often labeled as too emotional, dramatic, anxious, or arrogant. They speak too soon, they react too quickly, They feel too deeply. They express truths that others aren't yet ready to hear. And because of that, they are often pushed aside, dismissed, or misunderstood. But let's be clear. What many call overreacting is actually a sign of higher awareness. It's not an exaggeration, it's an advanced alert system. It's your energy sensing what logic hasn't yet caught up to. This kind of awareness also shows up in the body. You may get goosebumps without knowing why. You might feel your heart race, or sense the need to physically leave a place or distance yourself from someone without any visible reason. This isn't paranoia, it's protection, energetic protection. Your body is wise. It knows what your mind hasn't fully processed yet. And when you begin to honor those internal signals rather than suppress or second-guess them, your life begins to shift in extraordinary ways. You stop living reactively and start living intuitively. You stop questioning your inner truth and start trusting it. And that, my friend, is the beginning of real transformation. Over time, this sensitivity evolves. It becomes more than just an instinct. It becomes your inner compass. You begin to navigate the world not based on expectations or logic, but on deep soul resonance. You know which people are aligned with your truth. You feel which choices move you toward growth and which ones are out of alignment. And that leads to one of the most important spiritual truths of all. True awakening begins the moment you stop ignoring what you feel and start using it as your internal guidance system. 2. Feel before you see. That is not fragility. That is not weakness. That is ancient wisdom. It is intuition in its purest form. Those who carry this mark live as if they can see the invisible. And once they stop doubting that ability, once they fully step into it, something incredible happens. They gain clarity, direction, and inner peace. They begin to align with their soul's purpose. They begin to attract experiences that reflect their vibration. And here's the most beautiful part. The universe starts responding because the universe favors those who live in alignment with its frequency. It opens doors, it sends signs, it synchronizes miracles. Not because of luck, but because of resonance. Because when you honor who you truly are, the entire cosmos moves to meet you. So if you've ever felt too different, if you've ever been told you're too sensitive, if you've ever felt the world wasn't designed for the way you feel life, maybe you weren't meant to fit in. Maybe you were meant to awaken, to lead, to guide. Maybe you carry the mark of a chosen one, and maybe, just maybe, now is the time to stop questioning it and start becoming it. There is a group in this world that notices you before you ever speak a word. They don't need an introduction. They don't rely on what you're wearing, your tone of voice, or the way you present yourself. They simply know. They sense something different. Who are they? Children and animals. Let's talk about the second spiritual mark that often appears in chosen ones. Those who walk this world with a deeper purpose, a higher frequency, a soul that's been awakened to something more. Maybe you've never really paid much attention to it, or maybe you've noticed it happening again and again, but you always brushed it off. A child who locks eyes with you in the supermarket and smiles without hesitation. A baby who stares at you, not in confusion, but in quiet recognition. A stray cat that follows you down the street, or a dog that instantly curls up beside your feet, as if it has found home. That's not random. That's not coincidence. That's resonance. These pure beings, children and animals, are deeply connected to the subtle fields of energy that surround us all. They don't overanalyze. They don't judge. They don't categorize. They feel. They read vibration the way most people read body language, and when they encounter someone whose energy is clear, calm, coherent, and authentic, they instinctively respond to it. Even in total silence, your presence is speaking, and they hear it. loud and clear. When a child approaches you without hesitation or when a dog sits next to you without prompting, what they're picking up on is not your appearance. It's your field. It's your energy signature. Your presence emits a silent message that says, "This is a safe space. You can just be here." And beings who are still unclouded by ego, judgment, or social conditioning recognize that right away. They feel it. They trust it. Because your frequency carries something most people have forgotten: wholeness. When you are aligned with your higher self, when your heart, your mind, your actions, and your intentions are in sync, you begin to emit a vibrational harmony that others, especially the pure, find irresistible. It's not about charisma. It's not about charm. Those things can be faked. What you carry is deeper than that. You carry coherence, authenticity, soul presence. This frequency is not something you consciously project. It's something you become. It radiates from the way you think, the way you feel, the way you love, the way you simply exist. It's easy to be misunderstood by adults. Adults are layered with defenses. Their perception is filtered through years of programming, trauma, social pressure, and ego identity. But children, animals, they don't care about your resume. They don't care about your past or your reputation. They tune in to who you are now, in this very moment. That's why their reactions to you are so profound, so honest, so telling. If you've ever had a child crawl into your lap without knowing your name, if you've ever had a bird land near you and linger, if a stranger's dog pulls at the leash just to be near you, you're witnessing confirmation. You're witnessing how energy precedes words, how presence is more powerful than persona. Have you noticed that while some people are drawn to you effortlessly, others seem uncomfortable or even triggered in your presence? That's because your energy reflects the truth of where someone is. Acts like a mirror, one that amplifies balance and also reveals what's out of alignment. For the pure, like children and animals, that reflection feels safe and nurturing. For others, it can feel confronting. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your energy challenges their illusions. It makes them feel what they've buried, and as you grow in awareness, this effect becomes stronger. You'll begin to notice how people either light up or pull away, and that's not something to fear or change. It's something to honor, because your presence has begun to transform, not by doing, but simply by being. Never underestimate the impact of your field. While most people are trying to influence others with their words, you're affecting others before you even speak. In a world of noise, your silence brings clarity. In a world of masks, your authenticity brings permission. In a world of anxiety, your energy offers calm. You don't need to try harder. You need to stand firmer in your truth, your peace, your wholeness. The smile of a child, the trust of a dog, the curiosity of a bird, these are all messages from the universe saying, keep going. You're aligned, you're seen. This second mark, the resonance with children and animals, isn't just cute or interesting. It's powerful. It's a reminder that you are walking proof of what it means to live in tune with the frequency of life itself. It shows that your presence alone has healing potential. You don't have to preach or fix anyone. Your very being rebalances the space around you. And when you lean into this, when you honor it instead of questioning it, you'll find that more and more people, especially the sensitive and the spiritually open, will be drawn to you. You will become an anchor, a lighthouse, a refuge, a reminder. If you've ever had these kinds of experiences, children staring at you with wide, knowing eyes, animals sitting beside you as if you were home, if people sometimes say things like, I feel so calm around you, or I don't know why, but I feel like I can talk to you about anything, then let this be your confirmation. You carry a rare frequency. You carry one of the purest spiritual marks a chosen one can manifest. Your energy speaks before your words ever do. You've been communicating with the universe in a language older than language itself. And if this resonates with your soul, comment below. My energy speaks before my words. Say it, claim it, anchor it. Because the world needs more people like you. People who lead not through control or force, but through frequency. Being a chosen one doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. It means you've awakened to who you really are. And now, you're living as a conscious participant in a world where most are still asleep. You see what others miss. You feel what others suppress, and you carry the quiet power to change a room just by walking into it. So when a child smiles at you for no reason, when an animal chooses to lay by your feet, when someone tells you they feel safe around you, know this: you are not imagining it. You are being recognized. But the next mark I'm going to reveal isn't just about how others see you. It's far deeper than that. It unveils a hidden power of transformation that pulses within the very fabric of your own mind. A force so potent it can reshape your entire existence. Buckle up, because this is where things get real. Now let me lay it out for you. The most significant mark of all, the crown jewel at the top of our list, is this: your thoughts frequently become reality. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't some fluffy self-help mantra or wishful thinking. It's the most powerful and, frankly, the most misunderstood trait of the chosen ones. People who carry this mark aren't just daydreamers. They possess something extraordinary. A mind that's wired in perfect harmony with the field of creation itself. Imagine your brain as a cosmic radio tuned to a frequency most people can't even hear, broadcasting signals that the universe can't help but respond to. It's not about idly wishing for a new car or imagining a tropical vacation. It's as if every focused thought you hold cracks open a direct pipeline to the unseen forces that sculpt reality itself. And here's the kicker: this doesn't hinge on religion, luck, or some ancient ritual you read about in a dusty book. It's a fundamental law of consciousness, as reliable as gravity pulling you back to Earth. Have you ever had one of those moments where a thought hit you like a lightning bolt, something you couldn't shake, and then days or weeks later it unfolded right in front of you? Maybe you pictured a friend calling you out of the blue and your phone buzzed minutes later, or perhaps you obsessed over a job opportunity and suddenly an email landed in your inbox with an offer. Did it spook you? Did you shrug it off as a fluke, a random twist of fate? Let me tell you something, it wasn't a coincidence. What you experienced was your mental power flexing its muscles, a glimpse of this mark in action. Your thoughts aren't just fleeting wisps of imagination. They're signals, like ripples in a vast ocean of infinite possibilities, and the universe is listening, ready to mirror back what you're putting out there. This mark doesn't show up in your eyes, your voice, or the way you walk. It's etched into the way your mind dances with reality. Every thought you have is a vibration, a unique frequency humming through the ether. When you lock onto one, with clarity, focus, and a surge of emotion, whether it's hope, fear, or burning desire, it's like pressing the enter key on a cosmic keyboard. Possibilities collapse into solid, tangible facts. People with this mark don't just stumble through life. They witness small miracles or, if they're not careful, self-inflicted disasters, all depending on where they aim their mental spotlight. Picture this. A woman fixates on her fear of failure, replaying worst-case scenarios in her head, and soon enough, opportunities slip through her fingers. Meanwhile, a man visualizes success with unshakable confidence, and doors start swinging open he didn't even know existed. That's the raw power of this mark, and it's why it comes with a hefty dose of responsibility. What you dwell on with intensity doesn't just sit there, it shapes your world for better or worse. Most folks sleepwalk through this truth. They chalk up their wins to dumb luck, "Oh, I just got lucky," and pin their losses on bad breaks, the world's against me, but the chosen ones, they see through the illusion. They know it's not chance, it's intention. Your mind isn't just a passive observer. It's a bridge, a shimmering thread connecting the invisible realm of ideas to the visible world of outcomes. The more you wake up to this process, the more you realize your thoughts aren't random. They're tools. Precision instruments for deliberate creation. Imagine an artist with a blank canvas, every stroke intentional, every color chosen with purpose. That's you, painting your life with the hues of your mind. That's true prosperity, not a fat bank account or a fancy title, but the bone-deep understanding that creating isn't some rare gift bestowed on a lucky few. It's your birthright, woven into your very nature. When you carry this mark, you step into a state of creative awareness that changes everything. You start noticing the thoughts that loop in your head, the mental images that flicker like a movie reel on repeat, that dream of starting a business, that vision of a healthier, happier you. They're not just fantasies, they're seeds, trembling with energy, vibrating their way toward reality. It's like planting a garden. The more you water those seeds, with attention and belief, the faster they sprout. This awareness rewires your mental habits, pulling you out of autopilot and handing you the reins. You're no longer a passenger in your life. You're the driver, steering with wisdom and intent. Because here's the hard truth. Creating without consciousness is like letting go of the wheel on a stormy sea. You'll drift wherever the currents take you, crashing into rocks you could have avoided. You've got to grasp this. Your thoughts are prayers, not in a religious sense, but in their power to ask, shape, and build your world, whether you're paying attention or not. That's what makes this mark so electrifying, so downright revolutionary. It demands you get intentional about what you think. Feed your mind doubt and watch obstacles pile up like storm clouds. Nurture it with purpose, and you'll see paths emerge where there were only walls. What you focus on grows, takes form, and finds a way to break through into the real world. The mind of a chosen one isn't just a thinker, it's a portal, a gateway between dimensions. And portals don't pick and choose what flows through. They amplify whatever you send. Doubt becomes chaos. Faith becomes miracles. If you've got this mark, your spiritual journey isn't some quiet stroll anymore. It's a rocket launch into a new frontier. You're not here to just figure out life's mysteries. You're here to mold them, to bend reality to your will. This is where true enlightenment ignites, the moment you stop begging the universe for answers and start co-creating with it. That's when your connection to the all, that vast humming web of existence, stops being a vague concept and becomes your daily rhythm. The universe isn't some distant overlord pulling strings, it's an extension of your consciousness, a partner in this wild dance of creation. You might not fully get why it works, but you'll feel it. The universe echoes back what you consistently vibrate. Think of it like a cosmic boomerang. Toss out negativity and it'll smack you right back. Hurl out vision and resolve, and you'll catch abundance in return. Anyone with this mark has to learn to wield their thoughts like a master swordsman, because this isn't just a quirky talent. It's one of the heaviest responsibilities a human can carry. To influence reality simply by existing in sync with their deepest essence. That's why this mark isn't just powerful, it's transformative, a game changer that rewrites the rules of what you thought was possible. It's the ultimate proof that you're not a bystander in your story. You're the author, the architect, the alchemist turning raw thought into gold. And if you're sitting there, heart racing, thinking, "This is me, I've felt this power stirring inside," then you're not alone. I've been there too, and I've got your back. If you want a roadmap to harness this incredible gift, hit that subscribe button. This channel isn't just random content. It's a lifeline crafted by a chosen one for chosen ones like you. We're diving deep into the tools, the insights, and the real-world steps to turn this mark from a wild spark into a blazing torch lighting your path. Picture this: a community of people just like you, waking up to their power, sharing their breakthroughs, and lifting each other higher. That's what you're stepping into when you join us. You're not meant to figure this out solo. Together, we'll unlock the secrets of this mark and watch your life transform in ways you can't even imagine yet. So what do you say? Subscribe, drop a comment below with "I'm ready to create," and let's get started. Your mind's a universe waiting to be shaped. Let's make it a masterpiece. What do you think about these signs? Did any of them resonate with you or match your own experiences? Leave a comment below and share your story with us. Thank you for watching. If you learned something from this video, please subscribe to the Top Hidden Knowledge channel for more content on wisdom, spirituality, and personal growth. Or if you have time, check out other videos on this channel. Until next time.